Now, today what we are going to basically do is, last time we had understood the what is it called, nakshatra sequence, how the nakshatras are lined out. Also, we understood how that line out also reflects to the Navtara system, Navtara Paddhati. Now, we have not gone very deep into the Navtara Paddhati. We will take it up later on. Just now, let us just understand that we have understood the layout. Can you please switch on your cameras? So basically, today what we are going to do is we are going to dive a little deeper into nakshatra. If you remember last time I told you how just the house lord or Rashi lord and sorry, house Rashi and Rashi lord, that script doesn't give the entire picture. You need to go finally to the nakshatra to get the result. So today we'll go a little deeper on that and understand it. Now at this point only I want to tell you two things which I have I'm actually reiterating the same thing. Earlier also I told you that if we go too deep into theory just now, you will actually not understand the application. See, there are two ways of going about it. One is do all the theory, and then start the implementation. Other thing is understand the basics of the theory, the basic concept of the theory, start implementing it, and then dive deeper into research. I prefer the second method, which is a more practical method. So today what I'm going to teach you, I'm going to teach you something about Navmansh. Now I'm not going to teach you the calculation of the Navmansh because that is not required at the moment. Whatever is required at the moment is what I'm going to teach. So now just look at the screen on the big screen which I'm sharing, and in a minute I will first just sort of revise what we have done. So if you remember, if we look at one Rashi, which is this line, so I told you that one Rashi is equal to 30 degrees, okay? And I am going a little unconventional manner, ulta ja raha hu, but it will be easier for you to understand, and it has got 9 padas in it, okay? So each Rashi of 30 degrees is of 9 pada. Each pada is 3 degree 20 minutes. Now this what I am putting in bracket is additional information if you want to take it in or later, whatever it is. So one Rashi, 30 degrees, 9 pada. So basically, even if we see these two things, as of now we are okay. 4 padas make one nakshatra. Okay. So basically, since each Rashi has got 9 padas and each nakshatra has 4 padas, there will obviously be 3 nakshatras of some proportion in a Rashi. That much we will understand. So there are two options. One is basically you have got 2 full and 1 half, or there are 2 halves and 1 full. Okay, this is just for information. You don't need to break your head as of now. Ki kaun sa aadha hai, that's a little advanced topic. We are not getting into that. So basically, you have to understand that we have got 2.25 nakshatra in every Rashi. बस इतना तो ध्यान में है. Okay, this is what we had come till last time. I hope you all have done your basic this thing. Okay, now let's go a little further. Just look at this square now. Okay, just look at this square which I've highlighted. If you see, you got all 4 pada of Ashwini, you got all 4 pada of Bharani, and you got 1 pada of Kritika. So quarter जो बोला, quarter में क्या 4 pada है ना, quarter becomes 1 pada, right? So here you have got 4 pada, 1, 2, 3, 4, which reflects to Ashwini full, 4 pada of which is given to Bharani full, and कितना बचा? 9 में से 1 बचा. So that 1 is given to the next one in line, which is Kritika. So उसके बाकी का 2, बाकी के 3 किधर गए? वो यहाँ आ गए. So बाकी के 3 are here now. So 9 में से 3 गए म्हणजे कितना? 6 आ गए. 6 में से full कितना आएगा? तो 4 आ जाएगा. This 4 will come through, right? So if you just see it once again, you'll understand. So 3 plus 4, 7. So 9 में से कितने बचे? 2 बच गए. Correct? So 3 plus 4 plus this is equal to 9. So अपने 9 पद भर गए. अबे मृगशिरा के दो, you have taken 2 पद, so where are the other 2 पद gone? Here. So these are the 2 पद. 9 में से 2 गए, कितने बचे? 7. 7 is not divisible by 4, so 1 4 full will come, that is your Ardra Nakshatra. 4 plus 2 6, बचे कितने? 3. तो एक वाला इधर गया. So this is how the sequence. Now last leg also I'll do. So now in this 9 1 is gone. So how many left? 8. 8 में equally 4 4, correct? Bus. This is the sequence which goes this. If you remember, last time I drawn it for you. 1 2 3 4 is one module. 1 2 3 4 is the second module, and 1 2 3 4 is the third one. Same damn thing keeps repeating everywhere. From Ketu to Mercury. Here Ketu you will have Ashwini, there you will have Magha, here you will have Mula. Simple. Okay. Now if you see one thing further, which is a point of observation, like I told you, Sun, Mars, I'm sorry about my handwriting, I'm using a mouse to do it, so it's a little difficult, bear with me. So Sun, Mars and Jupiter are the ones which are cut. These things, you realize. Go by the color coding. The ones who are new, please understand the color coding. You see the first video, I do specific color coding, okay? So here if you see Kritika, it is 1 and 3. If you see over here, Uttar Falguni, you will see 1 over here, you will see 3 over here. If you see Uttar Shada, you will see 1 over here, you will see 3 over here. So basically Sun is 1 plus 3. Now I am jumping directly to Jupiter because it's exactly opposite of there. Here if you see Punarvasu, you have got 3, Punarvasu 1. Vishaka over here 3, Vishaka over here 1. Purva Bhadrapad 3, Purva Bhadrapad 1. So Sun is 1 plus 3, Jupiter is 3 plus 1, and beach mein ka Mars is 2 plus 2. If you see Mrigashira 2 plus 2. Chitra 2 plus 2, Dhanishta 2 plus 2. This, frankly speaking, at this point of time is not going to come in use to you unless you actually go deeper and you realize where what comes. Now what I am going to tell you is something which is a little complicated, but if you understand that, it will help you to go deeper into getting, like last time I told you, the actual nuance of whether the event is going to be good or bad. So there are thoda sa dhyan rakho idhar. Now this what you see over here from 1 to 12 is basically what is called as a Navmansh Pada. See, Navmansh mein this entire thing has been divided into how many divisions? 9 divisions. Now Ansh mein 9 divisions. Okay. Now each pada, when it goes in a sequence like this till 12, you are actually reflecting the basic zodiac onto the nakshatra. So if you see the sequence and you remember my color coding, last time I told you, it's right from Aries over here to Pisces over here. All of them in that same sequence. Now what I'm going to tell you, Jara Dhyan do, it's actually an advanced technique, but I feel you should start using it right from the beginning. Abhi, if you see this 7th one, sorry, not 7th one, the 6th one, 6th reflects to what? 6th Rashi reflects to what? This guy, Virgo. Now keeping this Rashi as a base, यहाँ से ये कौन सा आ रहा है? 6th, if you remember 6, 8, 12, Trik Bhav, Dushtana Kendra. So here it reflects as 6. And the case which I am going to share with you today, I have just given a hint of it, that's why I am teaching you this. यहाँ तक समझ में आया? Now, if I take 8, the first ones are very easy, so it won't be difficult. 8th is obviously this one, so it's the 8th pada. So 8th pada is again reflecting to the 8th house, again Dushtana Kendra. So I am taking everything from this Rashi and then putting it over there. Anyone not getting it so far? Swati, you'll have to see the earlier video, then you'll understand that. So it will be difficult.
Yes.
All of you, rest of you have understood?
So can you repeat once?
See, whichever number, okay, I'll make it in a very ABCD language. Whichever number and color that you see, just connect that to the Rashi.
Respective Rashi. Hmm.
Okay. So basically, if you see this which Rashi comes to your mind? Nidhi, first Rashi, correct? Aries. Huh? You can just do this. You will be on mute. Just do this. Okay. So this from this is what one. From this fellow, this guy is what the second Rashi. From this it's the third Rashi. See, from Ashwini it becomes very easy. आगे जाएगा तो it becomes really complicated. So just now understand this. When I go to the second module, it might be a little difficult. That's why. From here, Cancer is the fourth one. From here, Leo is the fifth one, and from here, Virgo is the sixth one. So if there is a planet which is seated in this pada, like I told you, a planet will always be seated in a Rashi, in a nakshatra pada. What I told you was the ulta way earlier, 9 से लेके 4 से लेके 1. So basically, if a planet is seated here, it will have some repercussions of it being in the sixth pada, the pada which connects to the sixth. You'll understand in a little while. Just take baby steps now. So similarly, if it is here, यहाँ से वो 7th में, यहाँ से वो 8th में, so again 8th comes into picture. So what I have done in this chart is I have only highlighted the 6, 8, 12. Because in case there is a planet here or there is a planet here or there is a planet here, it is going to have some repercussion of 6, 8, 12. हाँ चित्रण.
हाँ सर सर वो 12 क्यों मार्स के साइड पे है, कुछ सिग्निफिकेशन है?
12 मार्च के साइड पे मुझे. Where is 12 मार्च के साइड?
हाँ
Which one?
सर वही 12 सर. हाँ वो हाँ ओके नीचे वाला 12.
ये ना.
हाँ
I tell you, that's what I said. The first module Ashwini was very simple. अभी second module से अभी सबका wicket उठने वाला है. तो अभी ध्यान. That's why I was telling you this. ये 6 और 8
ओके.
तो समझ में आया क्या? हाँ मानसी
हाँ
what?
सर.
Is that because we are going to focus on Trik Swabhav Drushtana Kendra today? Manun 6, 8, 12?
Just at the moment what I'm telling you, Utna, is someone you will not understand this till I show you that case. Just understand that if there's a planet over here, it is in some way getting connected to the 6th house. If the 6th Rashi, if there's some planet over here, it is getting connected to the 8th Rashi. At the moment, just keep that in mind. Don't go deeper. Manasi, understood? Now I'll go to the next module. Abhi everything from here dekhne ka hai. So if you see from here, the 10th house, 10th Rashi, sorry, is what? 9th from there. यहाँ से अगर देखो वो खेकड़ा, if you remember, it's a 9th equilateral triangle. 11th is the 10th from there. 12th is actually the 11th from there. मैं इच्छा पूर्ति. And 1 क्या हुआ? यहाँ से कितना है? चित्रण.
हाँ समझा. ओके सो फ्रॉम दैट पर्टिकुलर हाउस. ओके वो कैलकुलेशन. थैंक यू सर.
From that pada is reflecting that. So when you see any of these, because you are going in that sequence, no? If you see one यहाँ से start होता है and the entire sequence ends here.
राइट.
So in Taurus, if a planet is here, it is in some way getting connected because this planet, this pada is connected to this Rashi, and this Rashi happens to be the 12th from this fellow.
सर बहुत डीप सोच के आपने बनाया है ये. We also will have to catch up a bit, but yes, it is so. But once we get it, it is so good. So like now, when I am seeing 6, 8, so I immediately know that 8th house is 6th from this house. You know,
Yeah.
so
That is
full sense. Sir.
See this now. Rest of you who don't know, Chitrang and Ashwini and at almost I think Manasi know of this. This layout which I've made is basically, I call it a cockpit. If you see, actually I have removed a lot of data for you because I wanted to give you a blank template for you to fill in if you want. But iske andar, if you see the actual sheet, which I will share later, if you wish, has got a huge amount of data. It's got a 64 Navamans from the ascendant, 64 Navamans from the moon, 64 Navamans from the sun, It has got all the Dagda Rashis, it has got all the Badhak Sthan, Maharak Sthan, Uchcha, Neej, it's got an entire cockpit over here. And why this, and this basic chart I have made, that is very simple, anybody can make this. इसके ऊपर Mr. Modi, who is part of this group, Anish Modi, he has actually made a fantastic program, which please don't ask me to share, I'm not going to share. So that is one thing I'm not sharing, others I share everything. And that program, if you just fill in the 9 planets, just the planets and which pada nakshatra they are in, it populates everything. And the problem why this happened was, just in a nutshell I tell you, because we don't want to waste time, is most of you know, I analyze from around 10 different paddhatis. I use Brigunandi Nadi, I use Jamakol, I use Lal Kitab, I use Parashari, I use Jaimini, everything like that. So every time I had to jump between software to software, page to page, and then what happened was my concentration was lost. I just wanted to sit, stare at the chart and get the result. And this is the thing. So I have shared with you this master template. Frankly speaking, for 99% of the things, this is good enough. When you come to the next level, tell me, then I'll share the chart. Till then, it will be poison. Anyways, so ये समझ में है. So now take anything randomly. If you see,
Dada, I think Shipra ji has her hand up.
oh sorry, हाँ शिप्रा, हाँ बोलो.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify. You are taking first pada of Rohini as the 12th from Aries, is it?
No. Just see from here 1 से लेके ये 12 तक.
हाँ.
You can take one patti like a ruler.
Right.
And each one of, see, there is a theory behind it, but I don't want to get into theory. It will take 2 hours to explain the theory. Just now, just काम के वास्ते जितना चाहिए उतना समझ लो. So if you see 1 to 12, it is reflecting 1 Rashi.
Right.
Now from this डब्बा, वो एक एक राशि यहाँ पर है. So we are concerned with this only, no? So since it is the first Aries, you mute it for some time. When you have to talk, there's some thing in the background. When you have to talk, unmute because पीछे वर. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, we are concerned with this guy, this box just now. So this box का ये लोग क्या क्या संबंध रखते हैं is what we are concerned about here. So if I see anything over here, this is obviously third from here. That's why I said Aries is the easiest. इसके आगे then the ये होता है. This is obviously the 7th. So if my planet is here, it is telling me that it is in Aries Rashi, it is in Bharani Nakshatra. Bharani Nakshatra is related to what? Venus. And it is seated in the 7th pada, which reflects to this box or this Rashi, जिसका भी ruler Venus है. So a planet which is seated here is seated in the Aries Nakshatra, Aries Rashi, ruled by Mars. Bharani Nakshatra ruled by Venus. 7th pada connected to the 7th house from there, which happens to be in this case 7th Rashi only, which is ruled by Venus. Last time, if you remember, I told you the initial script which I shared with you all was house, Rashi, Rashi Lord. Then I told you if you have only these 3, it is not going to give you the entire final result. So you have to add in the Nakshatra Lord also there. Now this is one step ahead of this, but this is the last. इसके आगे कुछ है नहीं. At least I don't know as of now. When I get to know, I'll share. So समझ में आया शिप्रा? You understood? No. Okay. Rest of you all okay?
मनीष सर एक
हाँ बोलो.
मनीष सर एक नेक्स्ट वाला जो एग्जांपल है रोहिणी का आप ले लीजिए या सेकंड या थर्ड हाउस.
I'm doing all the way till Leo. Don't worry. I'm taking all of it because if you don't understand this, you will not understand what I'm telling you next. अभी if we go to Taurus, बरोबर. बाकी सब ठीक है. जिधर point है उधर ही देख लो. Now, for example, if you want to see 6th from here, I hope you have done the khekada bikada thing. So 6th from here is here, this fellow. This is the 6th from here. इधर किधर भी 7 दिख रहा है क्या तुमको? नहीं दिख रहा है. 7th राशि नहीं दिख रहा है. 7th राशि इधर गया. So there is no 6th राशि का connection here. From here, which is the 8th one, क्रैंक करके यहाँ आ गया, ये 8 आ गया, यहाँ किधर 8 दिख रहा है इसमें? नहीं, 8 इधर है, तो 6 और 8 का कुछ संबंध नहीं है, बराबर। नाउ यहाँ से 12th कौन सा आ गया? ये आ गया। ये कौन सी राशि है? फर्स्ट राशि। इज इट देयर इन दिस? इट इज हियर. So this pada, let's use very crude words, is getting connected to a Rashi which is the 12th to itself. If you remember, I told you 12th is negating. Last time Shivaji had also said loss, negating, isolation. समझा ना? So this, when we take up the case, you'll understand the importance of this. Now I'll go to the next one, which is this guy. Now let's do it the other way. From here, 6th कौन सा है? So I'm going straight and cranking here. This is the 6th. 6th म्हणजे ये कौन सा राशि हो गया? 8. इसके अंदर 8 दिख रहा है क्या? हाँ, इधर 8 है. So this is the 6th from it. बराबर ना? यहाँ से सीधा गया और crank किया. That is 6th if you remember. Cranking you remember ना? सीधा जाके crank left is 6, crank right, all those shortcuts I taught you in the first thing. Now if you want 8, यहाँ से मैंने सीधा गया and I crank here. ये कौन सी राशि है? 10th राशि. Is the 10th there? Yes, 10th is there. So 10th is connected to 8. 12 देखना है तो I have to go to book back. Which is that second one? Second है क्या? हाँ, second है. So this rashi has got 6, 8, 12. So if you see, all the corner houses will have 6, 8, 12. बाकी का will have, one of them will have 2, one of them will have only 1. Got it? इधर कुछ I think I've deleted something over here. We'll check it when we come there. I don't know. We'll check. So ये हो गया, ये हो गया, ये हो गया. अब ये last fellow because the same module gets over. Now from here 6 कौन सा है? तो going straight and cranking here. ये कौन सी राशि है? 9. Do you see 9 over here? Yes, I see 9 over here. So 9 is connecting to 6th. From here I go straight and I crank over here. I come to 11th Rashi. Do I see 11 over here? Yes, I see 11 over here. So it is connecting to 8. From here I go back and I connect to the 3rd Rashi, which is the 12 to 8. Do I see 3 from here? No. अभी समझ में आया सबको? Now Swati, you understood? So basically this 6, 8, 12 जो भी है, that is getting connected via a pada to that. Bas, this is frankly speaking as far as my knowledge goes. When I do more, I will share. But the thing is, हाँ चित्र.
So in simple words, 3 के साइकिल में रिपीट होता है. एक फर्स्ट राशि में 6 और 8 रहता है, सेकंड में 12 रहता है, और थर्ड में 6, 8, 12 तीनों रहता है. This thing keeps on repeating.
4 का मॉड्यूल है ना. फर्स्ट राशि to 4th राशि, fifth राशि to 8th राशि, 9th राशि to 12th राशि. This is one module. Always remember, this is one module.
सर बट ये पैटर्न है 6, 8 फर्स्ट में है और 4th में भी 6, 8 है, और वापस 8th में 6, 8 है, और वापस
This is 6, 8.
हाँ
This is-
वापस 6, 8. हाँ
ये इधर का कुछ मेरा
हाँ
इधर 6.
नहीं 6, 8 नीचे 7th राशि में 1, 4, 7, 10 में है,
हाँ इधर का रहेगा.
6 नहीं. हाँ हाँ
Let's see where the mistake is. So if I am looking at this, Nidhi, 1 minute. If I am seeing this, which is the 6th, this is the 6th, बरोबर. तो 12 किधर दिख रहा है क्या? ये 12. See, this is
Right.
अभी मैं वो Photoshop में बाकी सब निकाल रहा था ना, तो ये निकल गया यहाँ से. I was removing all the data to give you a blank chart, और मेरा उधर से गया. So this is the 6th.
राइट. हाँ
From here, if I go here and I crank it here, the second Rashi is the 8th. तो ये आ गया.
8th. राइट.
From here, this is the कौन सा 6th राशि. वो यहाँ नहीं, वो यहाँ आ गया. तो I don't have a 6th.
Right.
So
Right.
basically, Chitra, what you're saying is, maybe that might be another eye opener. This is a 6, 8 over here.
हाँ.
Chara Rashi.
Right.
Chara Rashi. Chara Rashi.
Exactly.
So I've got 6, 8. Okay. Dvi Swabhav have got both.
All three actually.
All three, sorry. All three. Huh? And your Stira Rashis have got 12.
Exactly.
This is very good. I didn't know, I didn't realize this, but when you said it, ध्यान में आया. So this is good. But frankly speaking, इसका अपने को memorize करने का नहीं है. If you ask me just now also, फट करके now with चित्रांश से तो अभी मेरे दिमाग में रहेगा कि all चरो राशि will have 6, 8. This will have Dvi Swabhav all 3 and this. But उसका क्या है मालूम है? If a just for a minute, just don't look at this. If a planet is seated here, you will need to go here, look at this, then calculate this from this and decide whether it is 6, 8, 12. वो मातापुड़ी अपने को करने का नहीं, इसलिए this chart is there. So
बराबर.
if you put a planet here and you just sit and you observe like what I'm doing just now, you will see, oh, okay, I understand what's happening. According, Nidhi, you asked something.
Yes, so we are looking at only the trick, uh, padas, yeah? Like we are looking at only the trick, not the padas, sorry. We are looking at only the trick part of it. So that's the reason, is it applicable to the other padas also?
Basically, when you look at issues, this is my experience, 9 out of 10 people come with problems. Barabar? So to catch the problem, you need to know the nodes at which to catch. So 6, 8, 12 is the basic trick houses which every damn astrologer knows of. There are lots of others. There are Upagraha from Sun. There are 64 Navmanch from the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. There is 22nd Drekana. There is the Badak. There are the Maraks. Like that, there are another 20, 25 which I have removed from here. वो सब अभी सीखने को जाओ तो you'll suffocate. So just now we are just calculating 6, 8, 12, which are the trick houses. So if in the next case which I show you, you realize that if this 6, 8, 12 were not taken, that analysis wouldn't have come out. Bro, all okay on this? सबको समझ में आया?
Radha, I might log off here. Sorry everyone, I'm actually out at lunch. हमारा Sunday afternoon चालू है यहाँ पे. So I'll talk to you all next week. Yeah, bye.
Okay, so basically all understood so far? Clear? This you don't need to memorize, okay? But the nakshatra ka sequence you have to know, because when somebody tells you hasta and you search idhar hai kya, 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 oh idhar hai, you are going to lose out on a lot of things. So basically when you see the sequence and you say hasta, first of all it should come, oh God, this is in the nakshatra of moon. Okay, and let us say for example, if it is, let us say this is the ascendant, तो फट करके ध्यान में आना चाहिए, it's the sixth lord. When you see, let us say इसका lord कौन है, Saturn है, let us say Saturn is in hasta, so you have to understand that hasta means moon means sixth lord. So there is no excuse for this. So the sequence, at least if somebody says, let's say Mrigashira, your eye should not go here, Mrigashira is here. इतना तो ध्यान में आना चाहिए. I am not telling you to know the calculation. There are lots of things. If you say 3 degree 10 minutes in let's say Taurus, you will understand it has to be in 3 degrees 20 minutes के अंदर, so it has to be the first pada of Kritika. I am not asking you to do that also. Forget it. I also don't tax my brain too much. इधर है ना, काम से मतलब रखो. You have to know what you are doing and then do it. Donkey work is a waste of time. Okay. So now I'll quickly go on to the next case. Now you'll be able to understand what we were talking all along. Okay, now this is a case I have put down notation specifically so that later on when you see it, you can read it and analyze it. But I normally put down notations, like some of the people who are there in the same group as I am, I put down notations in syntax form so that I understand what I've done. Now this is a lady who had come around, I think 3-4 days back to me, and amongst so many other things which she was doing, the one thing was that her mother was not keeping well. Okay, and as a sardi kasi she was literally a little not too well. Now I want to show you the technique of how you can get it in a chart. Okay, and first thing I'm telling you, Shivaji and this one, where is your cousin gone? He's gone away.
Yeah, hi Manish, I'm here.
Shivaji and Mahesh know that my thinking is thoda jara teda hai, so try to understand that, but it helps. Okay, I'm governed by Rahu, so everything goes in a turn spin for me. So simple steps se jate, and then we'll go deeper. So when somebody talks about mother, what comes to your mind? Fourth house. So fourth house, fourth lord, moon. These things should first of all click in your mind. And I will tell you how I went about all these things. I'm sharing all my experiences. You whenever you are talking to somebody also, generally just on the road or with your friends you're talking and they start saying something, start putting that in. After a few days or weeks, the chart will actually start coming up. Like many times it happens that somebody is telling me something and I really, oh, okay, this fellow's sun is going to get debilitated. And the chart you see seventh, it will be in the seventh Rashi. So, mother bola to fourth house, fourth lord, moon. Barabar? Now here if you see, I have highlighted the fourth house. This is the fourth house. Correct? कौन है लॉर्ड इसका? वीनस. वीनस कौन से नक्षत्र में बैठा है? सॉरी, कौन से राशि में बैठा है? टॉरस. म्हणजे कौन सा वापस वीनस. So is Venus strong? Yes, it is strong. It is seated in moon. I hope you all know moon gets exalted over here. I hope you remember that. Homework nahi kiya hai. So moon gets exalted over here. So fourth lord of mother, which is Venus, is seated in the Swarashi, in the nakshatra of moon, which gets exalted in this Rashi. Okay, Venus and moon are not very friendly, but chalo theek hai, usko abhi baaju mein rakh dete hain. So does this show something? It shows that the mother must be very good. Now, before you even jump into any analysis, you must see which is the dasha and the bhukti. There are two ways in which these are said. North India mein it is called MAP, म्हणजे Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha. And in South India it is called DBA, Dasha, Bhukti, Antra. I used to use this, but I have started using this for the simple reason this tells you a lot of things. Bhukti is what that fellow is bhog raha hai. And dasha is the disha in which he is supposed to be going. So many times it becomes that he is not going in the right direction. So ye jo bhog raha hai, acha ki bura will be there. But anyway, whatever you want, it is the first, the second subset, the third subset. Okay, whatever it is, that doesn't matter. So basically, you have to see this. Okay, let me put it this way. Whenever a subject is put in front of you or a question is put in front of you, two things you need to identify first. Let's say in this case, I will first see fourth house, fourth lord, moon. I will identify where it is. And second thing, I will see which dasha bhukti is on. Because I told you, that Colonel Gaur ke book mein likha hai very clearly that the chart is your yog and the dasha bhukti is the courier fellow. He delivers it. So it will happen in the dasha bhukti, or it will happen in a transit also. So where is Saturn? Saturn is here. Can you see this Saturn here? Saturn कौन से नक्षत्र में बैठा है? I told you keep the cheat sheet ready. Can you see that? नहीं तो इधर देखो. It's in Hasta nakshatra. Hasta is moon. So there again some connection आ रहा है दिमाग में. Saturn रोग कारक I told you. Moon mother. This is the sixth Rashi. From this, it is the 8th house. Are you getting some connection? बराबर? Basic. Okay. Now Mercury कहाँ बैठा है? Mercury यहाँ बैठा है. ये कौन से house में बैठा है? 4th house में बैठा है. Mercury is what lord? It is the 5th lord and the 8th lord. 5 recovery, 8 obstacles. एक simple technique which I have used all along, which I keep telling you, and I am sharing again. Make each thing as one point. I call it Red Indian language. You know Red Indian language. Rain, falling, Tom, fall, like that. You know, so ek karo and then join together like a bead and it becomes a necklace. So here what did we see? 5 dikha, 8 dikha. What is 5? Recovery. 8 may recovery from hell because it's the 12th to the 6th. 6th is rogue. 12 to the 6 is recovery. 8 obstacles. बराबर? हाँ. So first we ये इतना ध्यान में है तो first we identified where is the 4th house, where is the 4th lord, and इसका जो क्या बोलते हैं ये जो दशा and bhukti. बराबर? Now just one hint, what I do is dasha you will see a square marked here in my this thing, bhukti you will see over here, antra you will see over here, and the 4th mahadasha, antardasha, pratyantardasha, sukshma dasha you see this way. So if you see these dots you can understand what I am trying to syntax. यहाँ तक आया? Everyone understood? Now ये जो fourth lord है, now I'm telling you another technique, please understand this. This is a nakshatra level technique, but it works fantastically well. Fourth lord Venus, seated in the Rashi of Venus, in the nakshatra of moon where it is exalted. It all tells you that the mother must be in pink of health, but she is not. So now understand the technique. ये जो वीनस जो बैठा है मून में, मून कहाँ बैठा है? So identify the nakshatra lord. From this Venus, this moon is in what? From जो सीखा है, what is from? कितना? Sixth.
हाँ
Sixth, बराबर. From Venus you are going to the seventh and you are cranking in. That is the sixth. So the nakshatra lord is actually seated in the sixth from itself. Ro case में जाके बैठे. It's a little delicate technique. That's why I written in the group also. थोड़ा delicate है. समझ में आएगा तो good. So fourth lord is seated in Rohini nakshatra. 1 minute, Shivaji. Fourth lord is seated in Rohini nakshatra. म्हणजे moon. Moon कहाँ बैठा है? Moon यहाँ बैठा है. You want to go one step further? Moon म्हणजे ये sixth में बैठे बराबर. Moon is seated in Chitra nakshatra. Chitra nakshatra is ruled by Mars. Mars कहाँ बैठा है? उसके 12th में loss और hospitalization. और Mars किस में बैठा है? हस्ता नक्षत्र, which is moon. Again you're back to square one. Difficult, no? शिवाजी 1 minute, I will tell you. हाँ स्वाति हाँ बोलो.
सर मुझे बस एक क्वेश्चन पूछना है, ये जो वीनस आपने बताया कि इस नक्षत्र में है और मून जो है ये इसमें है ना, तो ये सॉफ्टवेयर से ही आ रहा है कि हम इसको मैन्युअली निकाल सकते हैं?
नहीं मैन्युअली कैसे निकालने का? हाउ विल यू डू इट मैन्युअली? मैन्युअली
ये सॉफ्टवेयर से ही आ रहा है ना?
अरे बाबा मैन्युअली करने को है तो यू विल हैव टू टेल इट विल कम नेक्स्ट वीक और समथिंग लाइक दैट. इट विल टेक 1 week to start out the thing. See, you came in late. I had last time or somewhere I told you there is one principle which I work on, is that when you are mastering a technique, na, repetition is practice. Once you have mastered that thing, no, repetition is donkey work. Then you have to find the shortest way out. So ये मैंने I must have done this at least 500 times. I'm telling you, I am not some great scholar. मैंने ये ठोक ये सीक्वेंस किया ना, अभी रात में से उठ के बोलो तो भी I can do. So now I have to find the fastest way out. So I'm not going to do all this donkey work. सॉफ्टवेयर ने दिया ना, बस उसको राम भरोसे करो. Have faith in that and go ahead.
हाँ सर वो तो है कि आपने भी बोला था कि जामाकोल का भी क्वेश्चन मैं रोज एक दो करता हूँ तो वो प्रैक्टिस में हो जाता है. 5 अब हो गए.
अभी 5 करता हूँ, पहले 20-25 करता था when I was practicing. अभी 5 केसेस करता हूँ, प्रैक्टिस नहीं करता अभी वो. Anyways, have you understood this sequence? I am repeating once again because this is a master technique. हाँ निधि.
So from what I'm understanding, suppose if, say for example, what you have said, if anybody is talking about the mother, you will obviously look at the fourth house.
Correct.
You look where the fourth house lord is, where is the lord of the fourth house seated in which nakshatra.
Correct.
You will identify which nakshatra, where is a nakshatra lord seated,
Correct.
and then you look at the dasha,
Correct.
and which dasha and which bhukti.
No. Dasha is first. See, this dasha is on. That's why the fourth house is on. Fourth house, mother, fourth lord is seated, so anyways he double on. This is the 8th house. Because of Saturn, the 8th house is on. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Basically, you have to first of all see the Karak. So that is 4th house, 4th lord moon. Second, you have to see which dasha is on. And those 3 things and these 2 things you need to mark on the chart for starters. Samajh? You understood? All understood so far? Okay, now I will show you another way. ये तो मैंने यहाँ से I showed you from the 4th lord. Let us take it from the Karak. Which is the Karak of mother? Moon. Okay. Moon is seated in the 9th house. Correct? So not bad. It need not be so bad. It is seated with the 2nd and 11th lord Jupiter. वो भी ठीक है. Now use this technique which I have told you. Moon is seated in Mars. Mars, if you see your chart I had given you, it is Rog Karak also. Correct? In blood, all that flow, everything I told you, this thing. And ये Mars कहाँ बैठा है? It is seated in the 12th to itself, in the 8th house, 6th Rashi, Hasta Nakshatra, ruled by Moon, which is again Karak of Mother. From here also it is seen. But I didn't take this. Why? Can somebody tell me why I didn't catch Moon? Directly I didn't catch Moon. You can take 4th house, 4th Lord or Karak. No? This is the Karak. But I have not taken Karak. Why did I not take Karak? Nidhi, now you tell me, because I had given just now I gave you the answer to that one. Can you tell me why I didn't catch this and why I caught this house and Rashi?
So basically because that influences more.
No? Swati?
Sir, it's second to the house
No.
because
No. Just now I told you that Colonel Gaur का theory. कौन सा ये चालू है? सैटर्न मर्क्यूरी. इधर सैटर्न या मर्क्यूरी है क्या कोई?
नहीं है
इधर सैटर्न या मर्क्यूरी है क्या? यहाँ पर है क्या? नहीं क्या? यहाँ है ना. दिस इज
हाँ, यहाँ है.
so
आपका कर्सर, हाँ.
here ऊपर. So that's why I caught this fellow. But you want to see from a different angle. Karak Moon in the nakshatra of Mars seated in the 12th to itself in the nakshatra of Moon. It is actually like, once you get the hang of it, it becomes very interesting. Don't get scared. I'm telling you, just now it must be suffocating you. I can tell you only one thing, just don't get scared. Just get this sequence in your mind, it will never go wrong. Planet देखो, planet का नक्षत्र लॉर्ड देखो, वो नक्षत्र किधर जाके बैठे वो देखो, बस finished. और उसका ये one from, that's why the first thing I told you and I was banging your head on that was from. If you can get that from thing properly, 80% of your task is done there.
सर एक बार और बता दीजिए. सबसे पहले जो पर्सन का क्वेश्चन है उससे रिगार्डिंग उसका लॉर्ड देखेंगे, वो जहां जाके बैठा है वो देखेंगे.
First three things you'll see: house, which house, my house lord, my Rashi lord, and Karak planet. So in this case, 4th house, 4th lord, Moon.
फोर्थ लॉर्ड.
Moon. And fourth thing you see is basically कौन सा दशा भुक्ति चल रहा है. This will tell you whether that, see, if you see this, you will say that the mother is unwell all through her life. It is not like that, no. She will have weak health, वो दिख रहा है. Because कैसे, understand one thing, it is not just the dasha bhukti. You have to understand महादशा, अंतर्दशा, प्रत्यंतदशा, सूक्ष्म दशा, देह दशा, प्राण दशा तक जाता है. I told you last time, from hours to days to weeks to months to years जाता है. So नीचे से भी कभी तो टिंग टॉन्ग जाता होगा ना, through that will also get activated, ना. Okay, understood this? Now we'll go one further. Now if you see Mercury over here, what I've written I'll read out and you'll understand over here. I'm reading out this thing now, ये ऊपर का, कि अंतर्दशा Lord, which is the 5th Lord Mercury, 5th is what? Recovery, is in the 4th house of Mother. Abhi now pay attention over here. These are all at मेरा वो उल्टा दिमाग वाला techniques. Now if you see Mercury, जिसकी अंतर्दशा चल रही है, it is the 5th Lord and the 8th Lord. 5 is what? Recovery. 8 is what? Obstacles. So the Lord of recovery, which is also taking charge of obstacles, has gone to the 12th to itself, म्हणजे negation, and seated in the house of Mother. So is she going to have obstacles in her recovery? Correct? ये उल्टा दिमाग है. बरोबर ना? सबको समझ में आ रहा है? Everyone is blank. Are you all understanding or not? समझ में आ रहा है ना? हाँ, okay. So here I have written this. Antardasha Lord, 5th Lord Mercury, which is recovery, in the 4th house of Mother. Mercury also the 8th Lord, that is 5th and 8th Lord in the 4th house of Mother. Yes, I have written for you. I would not have written all this. I would have just written 5th, 8th Lord Mercury in 4th house. I would have only written this because this itself will tell you the story. This is how you need to make your notations. I write everything in shorthand. You do whatever you want. But you have to make these notations then and there. Those of you who are in the same group as me with the Jamakol, you'll understand. Everywhere I put the notations because that is how you give logic to your answer. I don't know how other astrologers work, but I give the logic to whoever comes over here. This is the logic, and then they go out with that understanding, and half the task is done there. Okay. Now see this one. ये जो लिखा है इधर. Fifth house of recovery. Okay, I'm talking about what is called as a blank chart prediction. Okay, blank chart prediction में क्या रहता है? You only have ascendant, and it becomes like a precedent. You know, मुझे I don't know how to put it. It is like saying कि Indians है तो हाथ से ही खाएंगे, Americans है तो काटे चमचे से खाएंगे. There are some prerequisites there. So if this is your ascendant, the fifth house of recovery becomes the marak for the mother. किसको समझा नहीं? Anyone not understood? All understood? Very good. So, in a Makar ascendant, Makar क्या होता है? Aquarius ascendant, the fifth house of recovery becomes the marak for the mother, and the other house, which is the eighth house, becomes the fifth house for the mother, which is the fifth house is recovery for the mother. So there is a big possibility that people who are born in the 11th Rashi, their mother or mother-like, it could be Masi, Chachi, Kaki, mother-in-law, somebody in the closest thing, might have health-related problems. This is blank chart prediction. समझ में आया क्या? It's a very important thing. And I'll tell you another thing which is called Dasha Pravesh also. I'm giving you lots of techniques, you just work on it. Just don't listen to it over here and forget about it, because these techniques are put together from various angles, and this helps in any analysis. Mahesh, yesterday you were asking me how I do Jamakol, no? Very difficult to tell you in 1 minute or 1 hour or 1 day also, because I don't know from where the techniques come. Some of them some come from Bhigu Nandi Nadi, come from Navtara Paddhati, some come from Bhigu Nandi Nadi. I don't know where. So, but I just keep on adding it to my arsenal. That's all.
Sir, it's about Aquarius Lagna or Aquarius Rashi. All
Lagna.
Lagna. Okay.
Aquarius Lagna का ये fifth house हुआ. So for an Aquarius born person like this girl, this is the house of recovery.
Yeah.
This is the house of mother for her. This is the mother's second, which is her marak. So the recovery house is actually the marak for the mother. The other house, which is the eighth house of obstacles for this ascendant, is the fifth house for the mother. The fifth house for the mother is the house of obstacles. So one is that mother is getting connected to the marak house, which is the recovery ka house, and the obstacle ka house has become her recovery ka house. So do you understand? ऊपर 5-8 हो गया, नीचे 8-5 हो गया. So I have not yet composed it, but I am in the process of composing this. The blank chart का few things, no, जो अपने अपने relatives उनका क्या क्या होगा वो मालूम पड़ जाता है. I understand that. So like that blank chart, you can go on playing all over, but it's more of a gimmick. I don't get into that. जो काम से उतना ही करना है. Mahesh, you want to ask something?
Yeah, so if that means a recovery phase of the native can become a troublesome phase for mother when the dasha.
Native mother. Native's
But-
mother.
Yeah, native's mother. That's what I'm saying. So suppose, so if this house, say suppose the 8th house of the native is getting activated in a dasha or dasha, which is Mercury, okay. So that becomes a troublesome period for
The
mother,
Correct.
right? Okay.
See, the 8th house, Lord Mercury is anyway on here because his Antardasha is on. And Saturn, जिसका Mahadasha is also seated in the same house, no? तो basically ये house तो on ही हो गया उसका. So if you know, if this is on, Mercury का दूसरा house is also on, Saturn के ये दोनों houses are also on.
So from blank chart predictions, leave alone this chart. So my question is, so suppose someone has an ascendant Aquarius, a sun, okay?
I'll put it for you.
And his Mercury, the Antardasha, or some troublesome dasha is going on, so Mercury dasha.
Mercury Dasha is on, let us say.
So his mother needs to be
Looking, correct.
looking. Okay.
Because if you see this, for this, this fellow is on because Mercury is on. So that is the Marak for. This is also on because Mercury, we are just talking about Mercury right now. So this Mercury Rashi is on. But a second one, which is the 8th house. So 5th from 8, the obstacles that is on. Okay. And why did I catch this 12? What is, Saturn I was seeing. And let us say just now, just a Saturn, but frankly speaking, let's say Mercury was seated here, let us say. Then this is also on. So for the mother, now if you see for the mother, this is the 2nd house, which is her Marak. This is the 5th house, which is the 8th house in the chart. And this is the 9th house, which is the 12th house for the chart. So 9th house is Bhagya, related to Marak, related to obstacles in recovery. Like that, Red Indian language.
Yeah.
Nidhi? Nidhi, you raise your hand.
No, sorry.
Okay. So this we have understood, this we have understood. Now, just see this. If you have the cheat sheet with you, you understand. ये रोहिणी मुझे किधर है मालूम पड़ा क्या अभी? रोहिणी is that top, second राशि. That is what I was trying to tell you. रोहिणी बोला तो इधर उधर ऐसा अंधेरे में ढूंढते मत बैठो. 1 minute, I'll show you this. रोहिणी is here. Correct? रोहिणी के एरीज में 12th है. इतना ध्यान में रखो अभी. Just by heart this. रोहिणी का फर्स्ट पद रिफ्लेक्ट्स टू द 12th. Okay. Now come to this fellow. If you see Venus, which is the 4th lord, I'm doing here. मेरा cursor इधर है. Venus, which is the 1st lord, is seated in Rohini, 1st pada. ये मैं इधर दूर का टाइप दिख रहा है. ये रोहिणी 1st pada 12 दिख रहा है. Venus is what? 4th lord. 4th lord is what? Mother. Mother is seated in which thing? Rohini. मतलब उसी के राशि में. So very good you say. But Rohini is connected to the 12th pada, 12th house of hospitalization or illness or whatever you want to call it. One more thing. This comes in Jaimini astrology, which I will share with you later on. It is Putra Karak. Putra Karak basically reflects to the 5th house. In our in Parashari, Putra Karak basically also 5th. 5th is what? Recovery. Now associate this. Venus, which is equal to mother because it's the 4th lord. Putra Karak, which is recovery, seated in Rohini, which is again mother. So till this point it is all very good. But it is seated in the 1st pada, which is equivalent to 12. You understood? That's what I was trying to tell. ऊपर से देखो ना. That is what happens when people learn for 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, 2 years, and they see the money in astrology, which you can get, lakhs of rupees, and then they jump. 2 things happen, rather 3 things happen. एक तो उनको पाप लगता है. Second thing is the chart doesn't talk to them. And third thing is they have not done so much of tapasya that they can go right to the bottom of the ocean and get the things out. This is the bottom of the ocean. Till this point, till you reached here, you would have told that fellow, your mother is in very good health, don't worry. There is something called preventive astrology, no? Predictive astrology है, which you predict. वो ठीक है, that everybody does. I don't get. Preventive है, मेरी ये दशा अंतर्दशा चालू होने वाले, do I need to take any preventive measure? This is preventive. And you jump into it and then you fall into the pit, then it is remedial astrology. You are rectifying that. So I normally do 90% remedial astrology and 10% preventive. This is the preventive thing. Heavy stuff, got it? Last 2 things we'll just do and go here. Now if you see here, Mahadasha Lord is the 1st and 12th Lord Saturn. When you talk of 1 and 12, 1 talks about the native himself, health, wealth, happiness of that 12. It also indicates health. 12th, hospitalization, out of all the 300 Karakatas. Okay, that is Saturn in the nakshatra. Moon is in the 8th house. So ascendant Lord in 8th house. Now start associating that, like recovery ka Lord in the 4th house. 5th Lord in the 4th house. ये जो इधर देखा था, 5th Lord in the 4th house. Now immediately you have to realize that that is the Marak also. So Marak seated in that. वो ध्यान में आना चाहिए. Now here if you see, Mahadasha Lord, which is the first and 12th Lord, which is Saturn, seated in the nakshatra of Moon, is in the 8th house. तो पहले आ गया ऑब्स्टिकल्स आ गया, रोग आ गया, एक्सीडेंट्स आ गया, सर्जरी आ गया. It is the 12th Lord is in the 8th house, correct? The 12th Lord, Saturn, is in the 8th house. किधर गया? हाँ. Which is 5th from the 4th house. It is 5th from the 4th house. Recovery of the mother. Now see this. It is in trine to the 4th Lord Venus. If you remember last time I told you, ekdam head-on trine जो है 159 is a trine, but ekdam bang-on trine is when they are in the same nakshatra. And ekdam as a pinpointed when it comes to basically if you want to pinpoint in these 4 days this is going to happen, you have to go to the pada level. वो पद और ये पद same है, so they will get hit. So that is what you see in this. When you see this, that's why I have done all this. Suppose there is something over here. So this is the house number 1, this is the house number 5. So if there is a planet here, there is a planet here, there is a connection. There is a planet in Ashwini and there is a planet in Magha, there is a stronger connection. There is a Ashwini third pada, Magha third pada connection, तो एकदम तो जान ही ले गया उसका. मैं एकदम bang on. You hit the nail right on the head. This is the depth which I expect everyone to go to. People normally talk at this level कि ये 1 है and 5 है and give the prediction. It is wrong. You will never be able to give a correct prediction. And this is not heavy talk. This doesn't have, like people talk about so many other things. They are very simple things. I am just using Karak and I am using common sense and I am giving the answer. Okay. So again, last ये देखते हैं and then you can stop it over there. So in this one, what we are seeing. क्या? मेरा काम लेक्चर चल रहा है. Now if you see this is something which I am going to take up. There are lots of things I want to take up. I want to share Jama call. My sister in the morning was asking me how long are you going to continue these classes because she is very excited. I said as long as these people last out, एक एक करके गिरने लगेंगे थक के तो बंद कर दूंगा और कुछ नहीं. Because there are lots of things I want to teach Jama call. I want to teach Dasha Pravesh. There are so many things. Anyways, so as long as you can last out, so I am always there. So Dasha Pravesh, now I am not getting into detail of it. Basically, what it tells you is you have to see the Dasha Lord, which is there. Okay. So here I have written Dasha Pravesh. Saturn is in the 8th house. Okay, 8th house. And it rules the 5th house and 6th house from itself. From itself. There are various ways of Dasha Paddhati. I am just showing you one of it, which I use. So, if you see 5 and 6, 5 is the Marak for the mother, 6 is the Rog for the mother, 6 is also litigation, 5 is also relationship. This girl is having a lot of problem in her married life also. And there are lots of other things. I just took up this mother ka thing because I spent maximum, but this is there. Plus Mahadasha Lord Saturn is with the 3rd and 8th Lord Mars. Correct? So 3rd and 8th Lord is the 12th. 3rd is basically the 12th to the mother. No? Mother is 4th. So 3 becomes what? 12 to the mother. And 8th is all obviously obstacles, which is the 5th to the mother. नहीं समझ में है ना? देखो homework नहीं किया. That's why I keep telling you basic.
सर सैटर्न से 3rd and 8th लॉर्ड मार्स कैसे होगा?
Saturn से
हाँ ओके
Saturn से 3rd and 8th हो गया ना, ये 8th हो गया ना इधर का और ये 3rd हो गया ना.
हाँ सर.
So if this is the mother, the 3rd is the 12th to the mother.
हाँ 12th लॉस होता है. ठीक है.
So that is the 8th one. This if you see it is again the 7th Marak. You understand? So basically I have put these notations down. Study it आराम से बाद में. Understand these techniques. And then we will start, like every time I say we will start Shivaji guys, I will go through 10th Bhava connection in JK. 10th Bhava में status and society and all that you want, very Shivaji. What you want 10th Bhava Shivaji? Where are you, Shiva? I can't see you. Are you there? Shivaji?
Sir, in that Divya Chakshusu software, I am unable to comprehend the 10th Bhava connections which was displayed in the app.
What connection? 10 power connections to what?
Suppose if I take the chart now on JK, at Divya Chakshu, it is saying 10th Lord Bhava connections 5, 4, 11.
No, don't get into all that. That table you're seeing on the second or third window, that one.
Yes.
No, they do it by Brigu method and other methods, DNA method. Don't get into that.
Okay.
Jamato can tell you, I will show you how I do it. It's very simple.
Okay.
So far, okay with all of you? Today's session was really heavy, but all the sessions are always heavy because I want to put in maximum because abhi apna, I think at this point, apna jo theoretical part tha, the basic essence of it is done. If you listen to these 4 or 5 lectures, whatever there are discussions, I think you should do good enough. Aage ka dekhte. Huh? So next time we take up some other case, again, 1 or 2 cases because और कुछ बचा नहीं. Anything anyone wants to say or we can wrap up? All okay?
सर एक आध एग्जाम्पल ले सकते हैं क्या?
अभी नहीं, अभी तो 10 बजे.
ओके डन, ठीक है.
आधे लोग कोलैप्स हो जाएंगे. दिन के तो बाल झड़ भी गए, काटे तुम. इतना टेंशन में बाल झड़ गए बेचारे के छोटी. ओके चलो मिलते हैं कल. हाँ नेक्स्ट टाइम मिलते हैं. बाय.
सर मैं अभी कॉल लगा सकती हूँ 1 आध मिनट के लिए?
हाँ करो.
ठीक है.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye, Mike. Thank you.
Bye all of you.